Woohoo! A little shiny on my head there, but I'll go with that. I want this. I think I've got less lag like this. See if I can try something here. I want to see if I can share that. I'm not even sure if I'm on right now. Trying to share this real quick. Paste. All right, we got it going. Addicted RC. Hey, buddy. Mike O'Brien. Hey, man. RC Van Man. Hey, dude. What's up? Bob's RC. Hey, man. Oh, here they come. Heck yeah, guys. Woo! Let's get this thing started. This is going to be awesome. Oh, man. I should have brought an extra drink for this. Oh, my goodness. George Acosta. Hey, buddy. Jelly Bean was talking to you today. Houston RC, hey man, RC Master, Mark Schwinn, Peter Verholst, Jesse's RC, Duncan Ico, Red and I, Miguel Herrera, Mike O'Brien, yeah, buddy, yeah, hit that like, RC upgrade, hey buddy. Well, the comments are flying. Joe Girding, what's up? Guy Spencer, you got that right, buddy. We are counting down to the USTE. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Man, I don't know what I'm going to take, but I'm going to try to go conservatively, and just carry, 6 or 7 vehicles. I'll take everything. I have to have a whole trailer, and that'd be just a lot of setup. I would need like 4 bays. Richard Seawald. Hey, man, how's it going? Mickey D. Hey, Exo. Live on Australia Day. Heck yeah, man. I love national holidays. Just what's the latest secret coming out for the SEX6? Jesse's RC. Well, 3BRC has the pre-order up for their anti-foams for the SEX6. So you guys need to get over to 3BRC. I think it's 3BRC.com. Go ahead and get on that list, guys. I can't wait to get mine. I ordered 5 of them. That way I have one of them spare, kind of like what I do with this one. I can show it off, and you guys can actually love on this thing a little bit. So, yeah. Oh, man. Brian Ratcliffe already, dude. Thank you, buddy. Yep. Let me add something up here real quick. Get my email up here at .com. Go ahead and get that going. This way, somebody needs to send me a message, parts, pieces, or whatever you guys got going. Yeah, 3BRC, man, get on that list. They are up and going. He told me today he's been printing for a while just to try to have enough ready to go, and then bam, just hit the market with them. So, and these are some large foams. No, I do not have a set right now. If I did, I'd be showing them to you right now. But and yeah, Joe Girding. If you guys don't know who Joe Girding is, man, he's got an SEX6 that is just modified to the hilt, and it's got 4-wheel steering on the thing. He has geared that thing like 2-to-1 overdrive or something. He's got videos up on his channel. Joe, go ahead and put a link to your channel. See if that'll actually go up in there, man. Get that in there. See if we can get you some views, because your truck is wild, buddy. Wild, man. So Ethan, hey buddy. Chuck's RC Happy. Can't wait to see those Vidavon SCX6 housing. Yeah, man. I got, was it about $8,000 order that was shipped. So I'm waiting on getting those. Yeah, got a bunch. Watch your head, RC. Yep, just about ready for USTE. That's something I've taken a vacation day off before I even leave, just so I can finalize and get things packed up. Like I'm working on the little midnight pumpkin here. Working on that. Made some progress with it. You guys can see the back end of it right here. I gotta tell you guys, it's a little bit frustrating working with Phillips head screws. You get so used to being able to put a hex screw on a bolt or a hex wrench and just hold it and carry it. That doesn't work so good with Phillips heads. They're a bit tedious. So yeah, they get a little bit touchy, especially when you're dealing with like a 40-year-old screwdriver. I have lost this screwdriver probably 10 times. I always find it. Had this one since I was a kid. It's the oldest tool that I have besides me. All right, let's see what we got going here. Do you accept Dogecoin yet? Not yet. But my Doge right now is in the gutter. I might should accept all kinds of crypto, right? If you guys could figure out how to send it to me, because I could probably sell something like this and get how many Shiba? What 100 million Shiba for this or something? Nah, not 100 million. Probably about 40 million. JD's RC. How many rigs are you taking? Probably 5 or 6. I have to assume 5 or 6 of those. Obviously, some of the more common vehicles, some like the SCX6 is going. I'll clean up the Sherp. I'll take the Vanquish. I'll take Ecto right over there. So, yeah. All right. Oh, I was supposed to test fit something and I forgot to test fit it. I'll have to catch him later. Hang on a second. Tell him I'm live. I'm live. Can't do it now. All right, there we go. Anyway, got your campsite book. Nice, yeah. You guys seen RR from France? Hey guys, what's going on? DSM from Team Furatech. Oh man, Mike O'Brien. All right. I'm glad you're still putting out awesome videos and information. Thank you, Floyd. I appreciate that. Guy Spencer 5 or 600. I'm not quite there yet, guy. There's Bob's RC. Not sure what he's put up there. I'm sure it's something good. I'm down 50% on red night. Yeah, I kind of sold a little bit late on that, but I sold when it was in the 50s. So I'm just kind of hanging on to, a pretty good chunk sitting. I had like 120 million of them since they had like 5 or 6 zeros or something. So I'm holding on to a pretty good bit in the fiat. I'm thinking it's going to gain another zero, but I am not a crypto guy. And anybody that tells you they do know crypto, don't. Nobody knows where it's going. But anyway, get back to RC here because this is not a crypto channel, right? That'd be a horrible crypto channel. Man, I'd be wasting so much money. All right. Let me see here. How's everybody doing? CK Hobby, RCMM. Joe, do you know if the 3VRC ancient foams come with tuning rods? I believe they come with a few of them, as in like this size right here. I gotta get a hold of Tom and see about the tuning rods for the SEX6. I didn't really even look at those in all honesty, so I really didn't even pay attention. I just got on the list. I'm like, dude, I need 5. That way I get 4 in the truck that I can show, and then I have one that I can, have on display at USTE. All right. Yeah, hold on. I offer you a KMS servo winch for the giveaway. You want to put a winch on that? Tell you what, this is Knox Motorsports. I've actually got another video of that I got to put up. Yeah, I can. Is it in Tim Clark? Hey, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Is your servo winch, is it an internal spool or external spool? I can print the little plate to go on the front of that, I believe, and actually set that in there. I changed the radio out to a GT5, so as long as it's kind of slow, You can use a little toggle switch and make that work. But yeah, I could definitely put that in there. Stickman Joe, what's your opinion on the Arma granite drive shafts? I've broken mine over 10 times. Well, I don't have an Arma granite, but I do still have the little Vortex over here, but the Vortex has smaller tires. I had the axle shaft come off, the bolt came out of it. I thought I broke it, but really it just came out. So, buddy, I guess if you're breaking them 10 times, that's not a good sign. But I don't have the granite. So, Andrew Fitchett, hi from Williams Lake, British Columbia, Canada. Man, it must be cold up there. It was cold here this morning. I think it was like 33 or something. Start wrenching on RCs while you talk. I would love Beaver. I love the name. I would love to do that, but the problem is, it's like if I'm sitting here doing this, I'm gonna miss everything that I'm looking at, all the comments and everything. So, if I do this and I'm, doing all this and that, I'm not paying attention to you guys, and the live to me is about you. So it's about you guys. DSM, you're going to donate the servo winch mount? Heck yeah. I could probably install it at USTE. I mean, just right there on the table, I can put that in. It's a pretty easy deal on that. All right, yours is internal. DSM, will your winch mount work with an internal spool winch? I think we can just drop it under the mount maybe. But yeah, we can definitely get that in. Knox, is it powered by the receiver for easy hookup, or is it direct powered? If it's direct, I got to do some soldering to make sure everything is ready to go. Seth Thomas, the lights on a TF2 turn off on their own. They might be overheating. Sometimes there's a temperature thing in there that'll actually turn them off if they get too hot. And LED lights can get hot. What's your one? The new Traxxas X-Max sledgehammer tires. Man, I have the sledgehammers on the Max, and I have not had a bit of issue out of them things. They have held up great. But the Max and X-Max are two very different vehicles. I don't have them yet. Maybe I'll be able to order a set of them here in a few weeks or so. I mean, I'd like to try them. By the looks of them, they're a little bit larger in diameter, which should be great for backflipping. Awesome. Let me see. To get there out DSM. Yes, it works. All right. DSM. Heck yeah. If you want to bring it with you to the USTE, we can do a full install right there on the table. That would be awesome. Yes, Seth, a glitch buster is basically a capacitor that you plug into your receiver port, and it kind of helps stabilize in case you have a shock load of the servo and it takes more amps than what the ESC's got. It'll give you just a few seconds of boost on that thing to allow you to get past that high amp load. If you over amp your BEC and the ESC, it can actually shut your whole system down and then restart. Kevin Mendez, bronze member. Welcome, buddy. Welcome, man. What's your thoughts on fifth scale servo on the X-Max? This is one man's video. I actually did a video on that. It's an old video, and I put in the middle size 7654 5765 server from High Tech. If you guys send me an email, I can find that video and send you guys a link to it. I never released the video because there is a lot of cutting to fit it in there. A lot of cutting. Tim Clark, do you like the JX Servo? Have you run it on 7.4? Honestly, I'm not sure if that was on 7.4 or not. I got to check that ESC. It felt pretty darn good. So I may have had that BEC set on the 1080. Oh, you guys haven't seen that video yet. Yes. In the USTE truck, I've got a 1080, got a Holmes motor, which I got to order another motor too. Got a Holmes motor in it. I got the 35 kg JX servo in there. I believe it's a 36 kg, and took that for a drive. And I know it'll do wheelies on the inside now without the body. So I gotta check and see, but yeah, I've got that. It would be cool if you did a Friday night live like Josh and May. Well, I, I'm fine with that, but I don't want to, you know, to me, they are way more legit when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I'm kind of, I'm trying to pick a night where not many people are on. So it's kind of the way it is what I'm trying to be. Stickman Joe, how do I become a patron? I have a patron account, but I have never pushed it, and that's partly because maybe I just haven't figured out the timing of that to do to do patron plus the members, which I can just simply take like videos and put them to members early. Sometimes they get them a day early. Sometimes it's just an hour or two, depending on how tight my schedule is. And sometimes they get them for like a week. So, but I don't have a patron, but you can join it, be a member. And I saw, hang on for a second. I saw a question I really want to get to. Exo, do you have any plans for your SCX 24s? Actually, yes. This is Mike O'Brien. I got this in today from Furatech. But I got to buy a whole nother SCX6 because I don't want to mess with mine. They're all modded and all that. I've got a another Lizard Pro. I've got a set of gears right here, transmission gears, and this is, get this thing opened up for you guys. Castle Monster 2 Rocket. Oh man, I missed that one. It jumped. Let me answer questions and help. Thank you, Justin. Castle Monster 2 and Rocket. ESC, way too small. Arma Limitless. Some of the guys like that setup. I do think it's a little bit too small. I would go like a Max 5 and 1100 kV hobby wing at a minimum if you really want to push that thing. Capital YouTube Utah. No, this is not my full-time job. I work. I got 6 days of work this week and 5 days next week or whatever. I work. Knox Motorsport. Yeah. If you can find me, Knox, go ahead and send me a message or send me an email, and we can get hooked up on all that. Yeah, check this out. Got the carbon chassis. So I've got to buy a whole nother SCX 24 because I want to build a whole new one with this. There's a little, yeah, I got the motor and everything in here. Haha, little brushless setup. I believe that's what it is. I'll open that up a little bit later, I guess. Heck, let's open it up now. But yes, Tim, I still have a bone stock SCX 24. Yours is bone stock, Rob? Yeah, DSM, Rob. Quarter past midnight. Buddy, thank you for stopping in. I do appreciate it. Get this thing picked up here. Perfect timing. That's so live visiting me. Got to eat dinner, relax, listening to nerd stuff. Ooh, check this out, guys. Look at this. Little bitty tiny outrunner. Now, I believe this is the one that's supposed to fit in the stock location. That is so tiny. Hope I can run 3S. Oh, it's a 3450 kV. Ooh, I like that. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, I got to order a whole new SCX 24 because I want to keep what I've got together. So yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing some SCX 24 stuff soon on that. So all right, we get all this stuff out of the way here. Home from work. Hey buddy. What's up? Chainsaw's here. Must have missed his comment. Yeah, I will get one of those ordered. South Florida. Email me and send me a link to it, please, so I just easy click and buy. I'd appreciate that. Plus, it'll give me a good reminder to get it. 1212 Komodo. Is that what that one was? A 1212 Komodo? Be nice. Hey Joe, what new RC do you think will be coming out in 2022, or what are you hoping for by Voodoo Trucking? this is a good one. This, oh, look, the myth, the legend himself, Kevin Talbot's done and popped in. Haha, hey, buddy. Voodoo Trucking. I'm expecting a X-Max V3 with a wide kit on it with the new tires they've got. I do know a guy at Traxxas, and I put in a wish list to get a legit like 1100 kV Hobby Wing system in there, but I kind of doubt they're going to put that kind of power in it out of the box. But yeah, I do expect that. Hopefully we'll get some kind of new crawler out of them too. But yeah, Traxxas has kind of just been, you know, in my experience, they put out these parts and pieces, to modify, and then they just put a whole vehicle together with them. At least that's my thoughts on that. I'm hoping we get a bunch of new crawlers and stuff. I mean, hopefully we'll see some competition to the SCX6. Kevin's got a SCX6 too. If you've taken it to the skate park, let me know. If you've done that and I missed it, I want to see that. SCX6 at a skate park will be awesome. All right, let me see here. Okay. Oh man, I've been missing everything's been moving, and I was kind of sit there. Okay. Yeah. Justin. Yeah. Let's see your video. Loves. Yeah, I've actually got a new Ecto video edited, Jason, and I done a squat on it, and you guys will see it. It's interesting. It's interesting. Peter Vanna, 1/5 Rift. Yeah, Axial has all the parts and pieces to put that together. They just got to do a new chassis for it. TRX 24. I'd like to see that, JD's. I told you to send it to the moon. I send it to the moon as far as I can, let me tell you. Traxxas Rock Bouncer. Yeah, by Tree City. I agree. Something to run with the Rift, Gallon of Moose's RC Adventure. I keep wanting to say Gallon of Moose Knuckle for some reason, but a 1/5 Rift would probably be right at the $1,100 mark as what the SCX6 is. Might be a little bit under if it's not a licensed body. That's possible. But then again, they got to do a whole plastic tube chassis or plastic solid tube chassis, something like that. See, everything just jumped. It will have to go to the moon at some point. I can't wait to see that. Now, Kevin, you're fixing yours up with all the Trio axles and stuff, right? Those should take all your abuse. I hope you do the links and a skid and all that stuff too, because if not, I broke the skid on mine. But yeah, awesome. I'm glad you got that thing, man. How can you say you're not a big deal when you have your own YouTube here? I'll tell you, buddy, you got a point, man. You got a point. I don't know. It's just I don't know that I'm quite on their level. I don't know. It's just my own thoughts, me, I guess. All right. Thanks for the kind comments. I really want Kevin. The only portals I know of right now are the Vitavon. The Vitavon portal drops, they won't fit the Trill housings. The fronts, if you do four-wheel steer, you could probably bolt them onto the fronts, I think. I haven't actually tried it on a stock C-hub and all that, but I think they'll go. But then you have to go with a four-wheel steering setup or lock the rear steer out. But I think that would actually work though. You got the 1719 gears, which I've actually got. I think my SCX video with the 1719 overdrive and underdrive gears and all that is up tomorrow, so that'll be pretty good. Oh man, Capital, yeah. I want to see him drive that real monster truck too. That's gonna be awesome. Speaking of the real monster truck, Kevin, are you going to throttle it like an X-Max, or are you going to drive a little bit soft with that thing? We're all wondering about that, man. We're all wondering about that. Let me see here. see, Kevin, how's it? Yep, monster truck. That monster truck is gonna be awesome, man. Dude. Go fast RC. I probably missed a lot of comments in here, guys. I got all talking about all kinds of everything. But anyway, let me see. Let me see what I can show you guys here. New sledgehammer tires came. Oh, okay. Go fast. You got your sledgehammer tires. How do they feel, man? From what I've read, they're a lot more solid, almost like the Proline Badlands. And to me, that's a good thing because those are the only tires we haven't been able to kill. Talking about me and all my buddies and all that stuff. For sure, can't go to Mad Crowder Club. Yeah, you don't want to cartwheel into the crowd, Kevin. That's not like an X-Max. I've been watching a lot of monster truck videos too lately. I replaced with sync 1-inch links. We're flipping on full brake. Bounce off hydrants. Kevin, I'm not sure which 1-inch wheelbase links you're talking about. Oh, for the LMT. Okay, the LMT. Okay. Yeah, I would like to stretch mine out as well. USTE. Dude, guy. Yeah, Kevin, if you ever do get to come to the States and you want to do some crawling and stuff, man, we can get you set up and all that. And you probably won't even have to bring some X-Maxes. You can break mine. Yeah, I got plenty. And they got plenty of power too. Yeah. Turnigy GT. P Boils, I don't believe there's any difference between the Turnigy GT5 and the Flask Guy other than on the names. The Turnigy came with, I can only do 3 digits on that. The Flask Guy actually has 4, like little letters for your names and all that. Front and rear IFS by Noah. I was going to do that with the Element Trail Runner. I was going to do it with that, but the IFS, the way it's set up, it would just be such a major hang up on that I kind of scrapped the idea. But the Trail Runner, you can actually buy the entire front end assembly and bolt it on either end. And if you set it up right, you can actually do 4-wheel steer with IFS. So, no X-Max Toronto, yeah. What about an SCX 24 monster truck? Matt Harris, yes, I am planning to get that. Those are awesome. I've been watching CCX RC, and yeah, it looks phenomenal. And I like how the suspension actually moves on it, so that's nice. Yeah, planning on that. Want to do a Kevin, I'm in North Florida, okay? So if you come to Monster Jam, you get that thing into there, do it in Jacksonville, Florida. I'll be there. That'd be awesome. Dude, Mike, I would love that, man. I would make sure nothing I got comes back unbroken. I will do my best to hang with him, let me tell you. I've heard of a place. Oh man, everything jumped again. Have you heard of a place in Tennessee called Big Buddha's RC Ranch? I have not. If by chance, this is by Tree City Crawlers, if by chance I am lucky enough that I can get away from my full-time job and do this full-time, I should be able to get stocked up and I'll be able to do some traveling. And I'm hoping for next year for that. So I'm trying my best to build everything as best I can. So I'm working on being able to travel, guys. I'm just kind of strapped here and I can't go and do all that, you know? Yeah, Project 24 monster truck soon. Yeah, Mike, yeah. I want it. House in Florida right now, winter time is the best time. I mean, it is it is beautiful out there right now. Well, it's dark and kind of rainy, but still, it's nice out there. Ann Ellington, thank you. Mike Morrow, how's it going, buddy? Mike Custom makes a kit. I heard about that, but I haven't actually seen it. Because that IFS kit needs a lot of help on clearance. Big Buddhas, maybe I'll be able to get up there. Curtis Hubbard, hey buddy. Jacob was you have any of the low-C minis like the Mini B or Mini T? I do not have any of the mini vehicles right now. Basically, I'm 1/10 and up, except for, this is now 1/12. I do have, well, I got the 1/24s up there as well, so I got those. Ah, do I miss my old mud truck? Creepy. Really? You remember the legend? Man, I built that truck years ago, back when I could lift a transmission, a Ford 9-inch rear end, and walk around with it. I miss driving it, but I don't miss working on it. Partly because I can pick up a whole wheel and tire right here, sitting at a table inside. Oh man, yeah. Mark's a fun one. I got all kinds of messages coming in. I'm finally calling. Oh, good Monday. Hey, buddy, you made it. Taco Tuesday. What's for dinner? When any new 1/5? Wait for them to upgrade the Arma line. I have no idea what they're going to do. I know that. I know as far as the Facebooks and all that go, everybody wants a 1/5 Typhon, and they pretty much got it. I mean, all they need are short arms for the Creighton 8S, right? I mean, short arms for it, maybe some new wheels and tires, and they'd have it, right? But oh well. Just stumbled on your review of the 46 kg. I'm actually going to be doing another review on the modern version of that servo. When I reviewed that servo, when it would sit still, it would time out after about 5 seconds and then just go into a neutral. I was not a big fan of that, but I'm going to give them another shot here soon, just to see if they've updated the boards, because technology changes, So hopefully it'll be a better video this time. I got 5 Holmes motors. Yeah, yeah. RC way easier on the back. Cheeky RC and gaming. You got that right, man. Actually, I can have them all and be in the house. Yeah. Justin didn't realize he was on till I was asking him a question about my. Yeah, man. Go fast. Still not here yet. Fifth scale e-buggy racing. Well, convert the fifth scale low C 5B, I believe is what they called, or you could race the DBXL, which is actually broke. You'll see that in the upcoming video. It's kind of a short video because I kind of smacked something I shouldn't have. I got to order new turnbuckles for it. Found them on eBay for about $50. I just got to click the buy button on that. Thoughts on Arma Big Rock? I don't have a Big Rock, Jacob. I don't know what to tell you on that. If Kevin's still on here, he may have a Big Rock. He may have some tips for you on that one. Maybe he can help you out on that. Oh, SFL Arma CVD. So I guess there's a full CVD update for that. I'm assuming. I just don't have that vehicle, so I don't. I can't really comment because I don't have that vehicle. Reno, Nevada, Bill Duras. Hey, buddy. I think there's a crawler with me when I had to leave the house. Red Knives. I've actually been carrying an eRevo 2.0, and I bought that back from the guy I sold it to. So, and that'll be perfect on the track for bashing around. So, yeah, offered a deal and I bought it back. So I do have an eRevo 2.0 now. Runtime on my Max, other than my, yeah, larger milliamp will definitely increase your runtime on that. As far as like the C ratings go, you see all these C ratings out there. I've got an ESR meter and I've done videos testing batteries like that, including the max amps and all that. And pretty much almost none get past 30 on the safe discharge, the maximum safe discharge rate. But that's not counting for, say, punch. And usually I've found that the larger the battery with the larger wire usually puts out more. If you got a big battery but a little wire, that's a little bit suspect, you know. You got a little battery with a big wire, well, you got to be careful with that too. Everything's got to be set up right. And a good battery manufacturer knows that. So you'll get a battery with adequate wires and all that stuff. Like in the DBXLE, I pulled 593 amps and melted off an XT90 because I was running some adapters. So the XT90s are now not going to happen on that one anymore because I don't want it to melt down. If those wires would have touched, that thing would have just, I'd have lost over $4,000 in that thing right up there. And I don't want that. I don't want that. RC Migs, hey man, building a budget bash shot using an Arma 4S car or Traxxas 4S. Well, the Traxxas 4S, I mean, the Max is super strong, except for the front bulkhead. You can break those. But then again, it's not exactly a budget crawler, a budget basher either. It's kind of expensive, but it's strong though. 4-link crawler setup or panhard bar setup. Depending on the vehicle. This is by RC Mig's channel. If I'm crawling like at USTE, then obviously, you know, a panhard bar, you know, it's more scale and all that. But where I compete at, we don't even have scale points anymore. So I prefer servo on axle because it doesn't interact with the chassis. There's no push pull on the chassis or anything. Steering is all there. You know, I prefer servo on axle when it comes to competitions. Is the Reef Servo Raw 500 king on it? Buddy, M Gundayo 81. Yeah, that servo is awesome. I've broken horns, stripped horns, pulled links apart, but I have not killed a Raw 500 yet at all. How are the RPM hubs doing on the X-Max? Colby, well, buddy, I've only run it that one time so far, so they're doing pretty good, but I got to take them back off and grease those bearings. Evidently, there's a little slip in there. I'm supposed to grease the bearings, so I got to get it up on the table when I get this Midnight Pumpkin put together, and I've got to do Creighton 8S. I got to do a shock repair on that, so I got that bent. So I got to fix that one, which I've already got it fixed. I just got to put the shock on. Do a review on 1/8 scale Wonder Play and get it from Menards. What's a Wonder Play? Arma 3S also motor plate upgrade, hot racing to see. Nice. I want to see Hot Wheel Andy. I don't know what a Hot Wheel Andy is. Let me see. Red Dog, hello from Red Dog, hey buddy. Joy Wood is here. Now, this is the lady, Miss Joy Wood right there. She's a big, big, big part. Basically, just about runs a USTE. Awesome lady. Let me tell you. USTE is next on our list. So, yeah, awesome. You can go like US ScaleTruckExpo.com, I believe is their website. Joy, if you want to put that link in there, go for it. If it'll let you post it, I mean, I think it will. Yes, yes. SFL 24. That would be awesome. You know, back when the whole pandemic started, we actually did a collab with the monster trucks. Maybe Kevin will remember that, but yeah, we had like a little freestyle thing that we did, you know, just to keep us all busy and all that. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. Menards is not in Florida, just Home Depot and Lowe's. Okay. How's the Midnight Pumpkin coming along by Matt Harris? It is, I've got the back end put together. Got all that. And I got to tell you guys, I mean, I said it at the start, but it's hard to work with Phillips head screws. I mean, you're so used to the hex screws, just put them in and, you know, they stay on the end of the hex wrench and all that. But Phillips head screws, that's a blast from the past. And yes, it does have a full bearing set in there as well. Do you come out to northern events like Great Lakes? Shiki, when I get retired from work, if all goes well, I do plan to travel. So yeah, I would love to get to an Axial Fest, Proline by the Fire. I would love to just get out there and go, you know. So yeah, I am planning to travel. I just hope everything works out. Jeremy Watkins, will you have any Vidivon available at USTE? Yes, I will have Vidivon stuff at USTE. Like your battery info and wire sizes, I've had that issue before when building your own batteries. Yeah, you got to size all that stuff right, man. You got to have it all right. If not, if your wires are too small, they can light up. They can load and light up, you know, and that's as bad as, well, that can usually cause your battery to die. I got these other foams here as well that I got to try out. Check these things out right here. These are a very different style. Okay. Look. Okay, oh my God, that was bad. It's like a foam that you can put into like this medical weave type stuff right here. And T-Laws. The Reese 777 will handle a 4S for just a short while. It voids all your warranties, so don't do that. Jeremy Long, I've only got the 4. But anyway, this right here, it goes into your tires, and I'm going to use them in the ruptures. And I've got, it's got some, sorry, like BBs here as like weights you wrap around it and all that. So, but it's like a foam kit that you put in. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's something to try out, and it should be neat. So I'm looking forward to getting on that one. I'm sorry, Bob. I kind of probably went too fast for my junky computer camera, because I'm on that because it's like I have less lag doing that with all the comments versus having the phone up there and then looking at the computer and all that. It just seems to be quicker. That's my battery. I didn't want to go throwing my money away. Yeah. I got to test fit those batteries as well. Builder, his wife and I have already registered for Proline by the Fire. Hear about Axial Fest, West Coast, Donner Ski Ranch. Yeah, I would love to get out that way, you know. Sanitary foams. Yeah. That looked a little odd, but it's a RC part. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I guess when I go to show these on camera, I got to be careful too, huh? Yeah. All right. TJ Miller just picked up a new Gen 8. What's the best upgrade out of the box? Already tucked in the bumpers. Well, possibly you got the Gen 8, so it's probably brushed. A 1080 ESC, a Holmes 10-turn Crawlmaster Sport, and a 35 kg servo would set you up pretty well with that truck. The ruptures are hard to find, Justin. Yeah, I was told that at J Concepts actually had them in stock. I checked, and I'm like, man, I should get another set, but I just let them sit, and I went back, and they're gone. So I do have. There was a guy. I thought I found the 1.9s on eBay, right? So I sent him a link to get the 1.9s, and it was the 2.2s. And I told him, I said, look, if they can't swap it out or refund you or anything like that, just let me know when you get them, and I'll buy them from you. So now I've got some 2.2 ruptures right here. So those will probably go on some wheels or something, and probably give them a test run on Thor, maybe the Rift and all that. So that should be pretty good as well. So yeah, got those. Be a great time to show the rest fits. It's people want to see some wrenching. It's something I'm gonna have to mess with. Sometimes when I start messing with projects like that, I generally put one or, if you'll notice in the videos, I'll put one or two together. You know, that way I know what I'm doing when it comes time to actually video me assembling it. So yeah, sometimes I practice a little bit before I actually turn the camera on. Kind of got to do that sometimes. Holmes Crawlmaster Sport 550/10 turn. Great motor. Great motor. Let's see. Joy Wood is getting out of here. All right, Joy, go have a good one. Can't wait to come see you guys. It's going to be awesome. Well, the 2.2, Justin, the 2.2s are pretty common. Those are available. I found them on eBay, and I believe J Concepts has them in stock, and maybe even A-Main may have those. So those aren't exactly hard to get, but the 1.9s are the ones that are hard to get. Bob's RC. How do I go about shipping you a creepy crawler RC sticker? Well, email me. The pinned post has got my email. Email me that, and I'll email you my address. Sound good? What are your thoughts on the crawler trenchers versus high racks? When I have the trenchers, they generally go to the top of my ramp. A guy showed up the other day with a brand new out of the package high racks, and he also went right to the top of the ramp. So that could be an interesting thing. I was really surprised to see the high racks make it to the top of that. Really surprised. All right, RC Rob here. I just got a brazen scale axial chassis for the 10.2. Have the new 10.3 straight axles for it. For the 10.3 straight axles, it's geared with a 375/1. So pretty much any 3-gear transmission you get out there. If you want dig, you could get the one off of Amazon for $60. That's been a great transmission in Thor. It's proven to be strong, good to go. DSM off. When are you going to bust out the servo tester again? Man, I don't know about that. That's that'd be one of those things there. I'll try to bring it to the USTE. Maybe we can get some servos on it there. We can do some pulls and see what we got on them there, man. What is your favorite licensed scale tire? That's a toss up between two of them with the crawlers, usually in Predator compound, or the J Concept landmines. Both of them work great around here. I generally comp in the lighter vehicles with the Proline crawlers and Predator compound. Can you buy a bit of Ontario? Honestly, I don't know. I might could message Arthur and get those individually, but I know I've got some. I should have some TRX4 axles on the way because I'm trying to stock up for the USTE with some of the more scale stuff and SCX6 stuff. But I'll also pack some of the big boy stuff too, in case somebody needs something. I got a couple bulkheads for DBXLE. Got a few big parts around here. Get those X-Max paddles and some real stuff here in Ontario. I would love to get into some snow, Capital. I would love to get into some snow with them things. I think it'll be just so awesome. Man. Have an element during a creep body, aftermarket sliders for it. Haven't messed with it that much. I just got the stock sliders on my Ecto. Maybe you can buy those. Maybe check with Team Garage Hack or Spare Time Hobbies. This is for Dan Woodruff, and see if they have anything to bolt onto that. How do I feel about the Vanquish Trans? Well, the top gear is kind of clickety, but I do like them. Very, very nice transmissions. I like the twin quite a bit. Hopefully you guys saw the 3-speed thing that I did. That was pretty awesome, actually. I've been wanting to do that since I got the truck, but that was actually pretty neat to see the difference in speeds by using the 33% overdrive front and just traveling, Um, hey Joe, any forced hand experience with MGM ESC motors? Steve, I do not have anything from MGM or the Leonard motors, partly because my budget is just not there yet. That stuff is way up there. Plus, from what I've been told, it's more for the speed run guys and the guys that want to push it on the street. Been told also that they don't really lend themselves to the abuse of 15, 20-foot high jumps and crash landings and all that. So that's kind of something that I got to have something that can take it. Mm. Yeah, you're talking about the little ones. Yeah, guess they're in the bin right now. All right, Red Dog. I was able to put SEX 10 axles onto a TRX4, but it turns too fast. Yeah, yeah. The TRX4 transmissions are geared for about a 7.4, 7.6 to 1 ratio axle. So you went from a let's just say 7.5 to a 3.75 ratio. So yeah, way too fast, even in first gear. So, would you be going to beat the creek this year? We were talking about that. I just don't know if I have the vacation time to do that, and that's kind of the thing. Being stuck to a job. I'm trying to get out of that. Trying to leave that part of my life behind, but I got to do it right. Got to do it right. Got to have all my timing right for insurance and all that wonderful stuff. Got to get all that stuff done right. Yeah. South Florida 2040. Yep. You're 100% right. I believe it's a 255 to 1 ratio in the TRX4 portals. Fits the max. I will make a video and send it back. Put the drone in the air. You're talking about the 3.8s? Because those you kind of got to watch your temperatures. I mean, granted, it'll be snow, but yeah, they can stress the temperatures on that vehicle. They're kind of large. My season is supposed to be better than having 1080. Yeah, I've got to try it. Are you going to keep the TRX4 Sport stock, Matt? If you're talking about the blue one, it's going to get a few mods to it. Like, well, you'll see soon. Just the ESC motor, servo, stuff like that. And it's going to be getting a winch here soon. So that's awesome. I've got a GT5 radio in it. So that's another awesome thing. So it can run that winch. Um, but that's one I'm going to be giving away at 11 Charlie RC at the USTE. So it does have brass on the front knuckles. So I did that to it as well. So still on the stock tires and wheels, but those generally do pretty good on the TRX4. You're going to do a custom body or cage for the shirt. I'm actually hoping that he gets the replacement body made for me because I sent him like the Exocaged logo, so I'm trying to get a whole new body for that, full Exocaged and all that directly from him. So I'm just kind of waiting for it, hopefully. Jeremy Long, what do you think of the X-Max wide kit? Is it worth it? Absolutely yes. You can drive that truck so much more aggressive, especially in corners on a track. So much more aggressive. If the track has a lot of grip, kind of ruddy and rough like what mine is, you can really pitch that truck into the corners. When I drove the orange X Max with the RPM hubs, I actually was having tip issues with it because I was used to driving the wide X Max. But I don't want them both to be the same thing. That matters. I want to have two different ones. Like the red one, that one right there. The orange one is down below it. That's like my Vidavon truck, and the other one I'm just trying to do other stuff with it. I don't really want to have two of the exact same trucks. I mean, This one is powered Castle. The other one is Hobby Wing. So different trucks. Whenever it fit, the smaller ones than the 3.8. No, they're bigger than the stock ones, quite a bit. I mean, I've got the other ones that what I had on the Rift are a little bit too small, I think. Can you stretch the shirt? The way the gearboxes are set up, I don't have one handy, but yeah, you can kind of turn them a little bit and stretch it out a little bit, but then you start rotating the tires up, so you kind of mess up there. But the way that's set up, you can just about put a motor on these things and build just about whatever you want. But the little Sherp, it's built pretty darn good, especially in the chassis area, you know? It's beefy. Brass and axles are a way to go on Gen 8. Yeah, because the stock housings, you rip the bolts out of the back portal drops. You rip the bolts out of that. Insufficient solder job. As far as that plug goes, honestly, I don't know if it was an insufficient solder job or what, but both of them came loose. I can see maybe I may have messed up on one, and I've had that happen before, but both of them to come loose. Now, on the other adapter seemed to do okay though, but it's possible my solder job may not have been right on that, but both of them came loose, and those two wires were just sitting there. I was like, man, I got so lucky on that. Is overdrive and a TRX4 worth it? The way the TRX4 overdrive is, I mean, yeah, you put it up front. I would prefer to underdrive the back versus overdriving the front. And it's just my thoughts on that. You get a little bit deeper gear ratio, a slower ratio, kind of help with the torque twist, which there is a little bit. Capitol, Utah, my room tour is a complete disaster. You can see a little bit of it back there. I do have other areas in the home where I do keep stuff, but that's my areas. Good evening, Project One. Good evening from Florida. Hey, I'm here too. RC cribs. Parts everywhere. Let me tell you. Yes, my Max. Really nice ambient temps won't last. Mirrored imp. Awesome possum. You're back. Heck yeah. Let me see. You know, Traxxas overdrive is about 15%. Yeah, I agree with you, JD. I did a video, I guess years ago when I did Grimlock 3, and I tried I think I just did the underdrive in the back, and then I did the overdrive in the front, and there was so much drag in the system, I didn't really care for it. But I did keep the underdrive in the back for a while, but that was a four-wheel steer truck. I eventually took that out and then just went back straight ratios, the stock ratios on that one. Rig. What truck does your wife drive when she decides to go with you? Matt, the only vehicle I have that she actually will drive is the Traxxas UDR. She has no interest in driving anything else. That's the only one that she'll go out and drive with me. And then she gets bored quick. Oof, skipped over. What did I miss, Hayden? How much overdrive is too much for a trail rig? Lots of walking with it, brushed element. Personally, I wouldn't do any more than what you can do with the stock transmission gears that come in the kit. You go too much on that, you just start binding and you're dragging the back tires, the front tires are spinning. If you're doing a lot of trail rig, you know, not much at all. 10% at most. Because when you're on the trail, you really want that thing to be as efficient as possible so those batteries last as long as possible. You don't want to be carrying that thing back. You don't want to have heat issues with the motor or the ESC from all the constant drag and all that. So Bluegrass RC is here. Let me see. Yeah, I have had a WL Toys in the past. I believe I had It was one of those little off-brand cars. It was a little four-wheel drive truck, brushless, and that thing was actually pretty awesome. We accidentally ran it into the curb. I ended up giving it to my grandson for Christmas, and he hit a few curbs with it. And to my knowledge, it is still together. So yeah. Here we go. Thoughts on four-wheel steer and dig on a Gen 7. That's a whole lot of mods for a Gen 7, buddy. But four-wheel steer is pretty easy with that. It's servo on axle, so you can just put a simple another front axle in the back or change your knuckles out and all that. Go with the Pro CVDs, the stock dog bone front knuckle axles. They won't serve you very well, especially when you oversteer them. Dig, well, if you want to invest in that, go with that cheap $60 transmission off of Amazon. But I mean, I can see four-wheel steer being fun on that. Yep, DSM, I agree. I believe that's what I got on mine, is just whatever you get out of the transmission with that you get in with the Ecto. All right. Yeah, I did see the 4S Team Corley Skeeter. I sent them an email and they did respond. So, and in March, I'm hoping to have a website running where I can actually sell some stuff, new products, stock products. Sometimes I take off stuff, factory parts and pieces that, I could probably sell for super cheap just to get them out of my way. Basically like $1 or $2 plus shipping. Stupid cheap stuff like that I might could list. I don't know. I got to get with it and get a lot of pictures and start getting that taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and show that one. All right. Yeah, Daniel, the UDR is still a very expensive truck, and it's got more expensive. It has not got cheaper. Okay, it is a Pro. Okay. There you go, Hayden. You should be good with that. Just put the $60 transmission system in it, get that working, and you may not even want four-wheel steering with it because you get that thing digging good, and I think you'll be okay with that. Red Cat Durcon Pro. Durock. Not sure what that is. My DBXL XL2800 Master X tires, very traction limited on anything, but on paved surfaces. The paddle tires make a difference. Steve, we got basically the same setup there, and I was drag racing on grass, and yeah, I was spinning them things out pretty good. On general dirt, the mashers do really good, and they're belted so they don't mess up, and they hold up well. But the paddle tires change everything. You need to gear down a little bit. They change everything. It'll stand up and do a wheelie like crazy if you catch it just right. Justin, well, hopefully in March I'll be able to get the website up. And like I say, most of it, I mean, I want to put the Vidavon stuff up, Holmes, Reefs, whatever brands I can get, tied in with. And when I get the website up, I'm not planning to have anything there that I don't have in my possession. Like I'm not planning to drop ship because I can see it right now. Hey, got this guy. He ordered a raw 500. Well, buddy, I'm out of 500. That I don't want that. So when I have something on there, I mean, I believe it's I can't remember the name of the darn website right now, but the host and all that. But it has a counter and all that. So yeah, everything that you see there, I should actually have in my possession to send out the very next day. So I just got to get it all set up and get everything going. So basically what I would do is at that point, I'd be going to work, coming home and videoing while I still got daylight. And then as soon as the sun goes down, start packing orders, and then I got to edit, and then I've got to set up video for the next day. So busy. Yeah, shipping to Canada is expensive. A guy bought a couple axle housings from me, from a couple Vidavon axle housings, and I haven't even got it shipped yet. I'm giving it to my shipper tomorrow morning, and I believe it's estimated around $35 just to ship, as where these would only be about maybe $10 here within the States. I typically don't ship out of country because of that. I know when the 777s first came out, I shipped off 2 of them along with the programmers. I think with some BECs or something like that, all the way to Norway, and they never made it. I had to do a full refund. That one hurt. They never made it. So that kind of taught me a lesson about shipping like that, which I've shipped radios, to Portugal, Russia, and all that stuff, but I learned a lesson on that one. G speed. Yeah, I don't want to do a G speed one day. I do. Which dig trainer do you recommend for a 10-2 deadbolt? The one off of Amazon for $60 is just simple. Really good. I believe about 65 shipped, I believe is what it is, or 65 with tax or something like that. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's like you can get anything shipped into the US, but shipping it out, well, yeah. Any experience by Steve N with the Losi Super Rock Ray? That's going to be very similar to the Baja Ray, the same drive line and all that, and pretty darn stout, pretty darn strong, let me tell you. So, yeah, loud but strong. Hayden, we will see how it runs. It's a cheapo. Getting Frankenstein. Eventually wanted to try SCX10 axles or TRX portals. Trying to want to go. Yeah, if you go with SCX10, get the obviously the 10-2s, but those don't have servo on axle though. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you can get the cheap servo on axle mounts for that, because your Gen 7 has a servo on axle, and I don't believe there's any provisions to put a pan hard and all on the Gen 7. Can TRX portals have servo and axle? Yes. 1/10 RC has SOA mounts for the TRX4. I've got one. I got some of the first, or one of the first ones on my Mega Bouncer, and I have beat the snot out of that thing. It's got the hubs on. Everything is all out of whack on the geometry. Tire scrub is like that on the thing. But that mount has survived. Really impressed with that mount. And that was an older mount that was done with PETG or PLA, so that's an older mount. Thing is still on there, and it is awesome. 430 for a RBX10 Rift. Yeah, new. They're still 500. I think 499 new. So yeah, it's not bad, especially if it's new. Really good, actually. It was a Ducano. Oh yeah, Ducano by Matt. I actually did a test on that. I borrowed a Ducano. I think it was a Pro, because that's the brush. So when I borrowed that from Sean Larman of Jack's RC Recycle and Repair, he did a video on it. It was okay. It was okay. I think their Red Cat Kaiju is about their best basher truck. Kind of like on the same level as a Max. I think the Max is a little bit tougher. 200 for SCX24 from Horizon Hobby. Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna be shopping on like either AMain or Amazon. See if I can get one for this chassis from Furtech I got to put together. Tilo, what's your favorite crawler and basher? Basher is gonna be the X-Max. Crawler depends on what kind of crawling. If I'm gonna be out on a trail, bash crawling, blasting some hills, TRX4. Traxxas for the win on that. If I'm going to buy one and go crawl rocks and, you know, try to compete with it, the Element Ecto. Are you going to buy the X-Max M2C chassis brace? I haven't seen that, H. Rivera. I don't know that I've seen that brace. I mean, I know I broke one. If you're talking about the rails that go across the top, I've actually broken a stock one of those. Do you print your own stickers? Tried printing some vinyl stickers for my own. I actually go through Patrick. Max Designs for those. He's actually fairly quick at getting those to me. Everything else kind of takes a while. But the stickers, the little packs that I send out, the little squares and all that, yeah, those he's actually pretty quick at. You could get the Cricut and cut some vinyl on that. I've got the Cameo 4, and I don't like that at all. I didn't have any luck dealing with that thing. But I hear the Cricut's a lot better machine. Oh, I could use some tomato blood. I've had a Max for about a year now. I drive it like it owes me money. Still nothing broke except the body. The Max is a tough truck. It really is. Like this vid, guys and gals. Keep supporting this channel. Well, thank you, J.R. Lawson. Hey, we're only at 79 likes. Haha, where's my like guy? One that always pushes all this stuff. Hey, look, Moto Cannon is here. Yeah. Yeah, Purrs. Let me see. Rich Duperbad tested out in Thunder RC. I'll have to look at those, Rivera. I will. I'm kind of expecting. I was talking with Arthur today, and kind of expecting a rear bulkhead for X-Max. And I asked for a few more things, but we'll have to see if all that works out. If it does, it's going to be insane. But Basketball runs the chassis on the Badgers. Now, see, I don't have a Cricut, but I think I want to get one. I mean, heck, if I can competently make my own vinyl stickers, you know, I could put some sticker packs on the site, you know. Simple, easy, make them dirt cheap, you know, mail them out with just a stamp for those, you know, that's cheap. I don't know what a stamp's like 56, 57 cents now or something like that. Better bring a bunch of markers for all the autographs. Guy, there is something I want to do with the autographs. I don't think I'm allowed to say it here, but let's just say one day I would like to autograph. I would like to autograph a cantaloupe. Just leave it at that. You guys can use your own imaginations. We're all adults here, right? Anyway, what brusher system? This is David Realtek. Is great at crawling, but has a really fast top speed. You're gonna have to go Castle. A lot of guys like the Castle Mamba X with like a 3800, and you gear that motor down, but it's got crawl ability and it can fly. Make sure you get the Slate motor system in that. Yeah, Cricut. The Reese servos, yes sir. Run the heck out of it. Yeah, maybe I need to order a Cricut here soon, because I do not like that Cameo 4. I couldn't get anything small out of that. It had to be something huge. In fact, on SV1, I made those letters, but it was such a it was just such a pain to get it to work right, you know? Yeah. Crow, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that too. You guys must have saw the part where Or I'm just now seeing the comments when I was talking about the autographing, huh? Yeah. Oh man. Ah. Oh, the kit. Hmm. Okay. Anyway, all right, I'm thinking parts and prices here. Let me see. It's on my cantaloupe. Yes, J.R. Lawson. Where my axle sheared on both sides from the diff to the hex, just in the middle of shed. Wow, that's interesting. What ESC makes a revolver quiet besides the Crawlmaster Mini? Heard the Copperhead 10. I do not think the Copperhead 10 makes it quiet, Houston. I do know that Holmes is trying his best to get the new versions out. The new versions will have stronger FETs, a little bit better heat capacity, more amp capacity as well. So it's not just another set of Crawlmaster Minis; it's upgraded. So they're going to be better than what we had before. Plus, they're going to have an internal BEC. The BEC, as best Justin, the BEC, as I understand it, is basically for like a micro servo for a dig or something, and the receiver. I don't believe it's going to have enough power to really put down for, a raw 500 or any of the other servos that are out there. JX, man, there's so many servos out there. Thank you, RC Lunatic. I will send you some weird melons. Oh gosh. Oh, the melon comment. That's going to be crazy, huh? Thank you, Moto Cannon. I appreciate that. My daughter just got a circuit, so hoping she figures out. All right. Yeah. The crickets are good. RTR riff for 529. See, that's kind of what I thought. I thought they kind of bumped that up when they bumped everything else up on the prices and all that. So 150 off Horizon. It's pretty good. Just bought the Rooster tires and tried them out. Man, I love the Rooster tires. Just make sure you keep your wheel nuts tight, especially on like the SCX6, because I've had to repair mine a few times. I basically use like a small torch and like a little bar or something, or like a screwdriver, and push on the hex and kind of torch it and just kind of push it back down, basically melting the hex back into it. So, yeah, Houston. I mean, I think he's getting close to getting them. It's just not there yet. Sean, Joe, yeah, M2C chassis brace. The other guy I mentioned goes on the bottom outside of the strapline cover. Really? I have to look at that. Yeah, because I was thinking something on the top. But if you're connecting the bulkheads across the bottom, that could be good too, right there. Jarvis Allison, thank you, buddy. Yes, SFL. I realize you guys are dudes. Yes. Every now and then you do see a female in the RC world. Every now and then. Oh man, I'm really getting off topic. Okay, no more melons. It's only been out a couple weeks. Okay, so it's new. I just haven't seen it yet. Justin, reread that last line. Reread that last line now that you wrote it. I'm going to read it for you. Well, when I meet you, I know I'm going to let you sign my man melons. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yes, I always watch your nuts. If that was YOU apostrophe RE, it would be different. But yeah. All right, Rob Montana. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Do you think a 4S is better than a 3S? $850 for US crawler. I'm a slow crawler, don't push it that much overall. Buddy, I run the 500 milliamp 3S's on all of mine, and they do great. Now, the newer ESCs are going to be 4S capable. So with 4S, you should still be able to get the crawl you want. But every now and then when you got to bump up something, you got to get that thing, got to hop on it. That 4S could give you exactly what you got to do. So that 4S could get you just what you need to get there. Okay, still in prototype. Not like you might. Okay, check that out. Joseph CS, hey buddy. Justin, yeah. See, I'm just now seeing your response. There's that much lag in there. Pastor William, hey buddy. Oh man. Oh, this is a good one. Oh man, Rob Montana. The Patty channel. Hi from Australia. Does the Copperhead have an auto drag brake like the Hobbywing Axe system? I think the Castle does have a ramp up feature that you can do on that with the newest firmware. I don't have a Copperhead, but I don't see why it would not have that feature on it. So now that it's not a Hobbywing Axe, it's not an FOC system. But yeah, it should be fun. Yeah, Castle has a ramp up. Okay, there we go. Justin just confirmed that. I know the Monster and Mamba X and XLX and they all have it. But there we go, chainsaw. There we go. Boom, look at this. Everybody telling me, yes, this is awesome. Love seeing comments like that. When are you reviewing the Arma Italian EXB? I don't have an Arma Italian at all. I've got that new Arma military thing ordered. Got that, but I don't have Italian. All I've got is the Typhon, the Mojave, the two 8S trucks, and then I'll have the Fire Team, I believe is what it's called. Let's see here, smash that like Bob's RC. Yep, Italian rips. I think my buddy, Troy has Italian. He may have that. Is that like the Creighton, like a race truggy kind of a thing? I'm not sure. I have to look it up. So, but all right, looks like we are doing good here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, SFL. We had the fire team out here at the Exoplex. 11 Charlie came out with it and did all that. You guys didn't see all the bashing, all the bad landings, the nose plants, and just cartwheels. That thing took a beating, guys, and it was still really good condition. Nothing was broke at all. So, yeah. Now with the fire team, just like with the Italian, which is just like the Creighton, which has also got the same diffs and all as what the Mojave's got. Now the EXBs, they have the limited slip, the LSD transmission or diffs in them, so they're a little bit different. But are we still having diff issues? Because I've had to do mine or rebuild mine in the Mojave quite a bit. I had to rebuild those. I have not had to mess with them in the Typhon, but the tires are smaller, so there's less there's less shock load on the Typhon with the smaller tires. Yeah, maybe I'll get the Italian. I might try to get. There's this other one that's kind of on my list that I want to mess with. I'll find it. Oh well, I'll find it later. But it's one of the off-brand ones. It's $5.49 on Amazon. That's where the Creightons are $5.99. So not really that much of a price difference between the two. But you know, it's something I haven't messed with before. It's a different brand. Uh, the guy was telling me all about it. Said it's got better diffs than the Arma and all that. Can't think of the name of the darn brand of this thing, but it's very similar looking to the Arma. Steve V, honestly, I don't know what it weighs in, but I know it's probably at least 3 pounds over what the factory UDR is. So, oh yeah, I can get you, Justin. Hang on. Bang. You should be getting that, Justin. Let's see here. Yeah, you should be good now. You should be getting that wrench there, Justin. Coralie, that's what it was. Team Coralie. That was it. Yeah, that's one I need to mess with because I don't have one of those. Yeah, I knew somebody would remind me of that one. Somebody Mamba X is better auxiliary. Yeah, Justin's right. The Mamba X does have the auxiliary wire, and you can make it crawl or basher with just a third channel. So how long would the Castle Copperhead limited edition stay white with you being white? I have no idea. I know my dirt gets really dirty back there. Sam has decided to join us. I can't let him up on my table. I got parts everywhere. But I'll be out there in about half an hour, Sam. Just relax. My cat. You guys know my cat, right? So, all right, are we caught up here? All right, we are caught up. There we go. Maybe I can show something off here. Let me see if I can find something. All right. Yeah, Sam gets in the video sometimes. Oh, I do got something I can show you guys. Something I'm working on. I got to order some axle parts so I can get started on the project. But let me go get this. Let's see here. I'm wearing shorts. Glad I remembered. What we have here, transmission. We got Red Cat transfer case, Red Cat transmission because I got to use the gears and stuff out of that. And this is right here. This is the Dirty South chassis right here. Check this thing out. So this is a G10 material. So this right here should be pretty darn awesome. So, and it's got a lot of setup to it. You'll notice it does have that. But I've got skids here to run different transmissions in it so I can get what I want, including like a Capra transmission. Yeah, it's got shock towers that you can move all over the place. See, there's the rear of this thing. You can bolt this up anywhere you want in there, guys. I mean, move them shocks anywhere you want. So that's a really nice feature. I really like the chassis. I just got to get some parts. And I'm planning to do a Capra front and a 10-3 rear, all portal on this one. But anyway, I want you guys to see the belly, the skid that he has set up for this. Now, you can't really see it too well there. Maybe you can. But this right here, when it's on the skid like this, the transmission is flat. So the transmission isn't all jacked at an angle, you know, because of the skid and all that. I can show this guys on camera here. I can't show it very well like this. I have to do like an actual video on it. But anyway, you get the angle of the skid, which hopefully it'll work out here. We've tried it quite a bit and it just kind of catches, but I'm willing to give it a try. I don't have one of these vehicles yet. So, but anyway, this right here will keep the transmission flat. So that was a nice feature. And he's got them to fit the axial 3 gear, keeps it flat. The Capra transmission will keep that flat. It is set up to where you can do servo in the chassis, drag link, and all that. So I also got a blank belly right here, I believe that is, yeah. Where you can control your own pattern, which I don't need to do that. And he also set this right here, which I believe is you use. This is by Element for the panhard. I got bolts, and all kinds of stuff. UGRC stickers. But anyway, that's something I'm working on as well. So I just got to get some Capra and 10-3 parts. What I may end up doing is just using the front axle off of like Mjolnir or something. Just use that to get this thing going. I got to get some parts and pieces for the 10-3 rear axle. So I can get that. And so I can actually get started on that project. As far as links go, it is a builder's chassis, so I'm trying to locate and figure out a set of links that you can just simply buy and bolt on, or at least something to where I have a reference to where if you get this chassis and you want to copy this build, hey, just buy this and I can bolt it right on, or buy this with a slight mod here will make it work. So I may look for a 10-2 link kit, because those are pretty easy to get. Thank you, Black Venom, Rated Control. Appreciate that. New Team Corley Skeeter 110 looks pretty tough. When I was looking at that, it looked a lot. It looked a little bit, I won't say a lot. It did look a little bit kind of like the Arma, the one that the Vortex is based off of, the Granite. Kind of looked a little bit like a Granite to me. But let me see. Yeah, Skeeter. We'll have to get something going like that, because I do need a different brand on here. So, yeah, thank you again for that. Because of the bashing. Okay. I got it. Yeah. Well, my dirt's dirty back here, so nothing stays clean. Smash that like button, yes sir. Check out Hardcore Links. Now, I was talking with one of the guys that has the chassis, one of his team drivers, and he did give me some lengths on the links. So that's something to go with. Yeah, Wilfredo Kane. I was talking to him, and he actually sent me some links or some measurements for links and all that. So maybe if Hardcore Links can custom make some links, what I can do is I can just send them these lengths, so I can just simply bolt them on, and maybe we'll get us like a link kit for this. It's something you can just buy and bolt on, which I think is nice. I used to fabricate all my links, drilling them, tapping them, 4mm set screws, all the tracks, that's rod ends. But man, the way the hobby has progressed, especially with the crawlers, you can just about buy every part and piece. But it's kind of cool that you can still custom build these things. So that's pretty awesome. Hardcore Links. Let me add them to my list here to check out. Yeah, because I'd like to have it set up to where, because every now and then, different guys, they want to try to copy my builds, and if I can have it set up to where, kind of like what happened at Spare Time Hobbies with Optimus 3, the way we built that, we worked back and forth on that, it was awesome, because you guys can build an Optimus 3 right there. It's that simple now, It's basically a capper with a chassis, and everything goes right on. He offers different skids and all that you can do any transmission you want, 3 gear, all that stuff, which is awesome. So, and I love it when I see a Optimus 3 being built, because they always build it their own way. So that just makes it all the better. It shows the uniqueness, especially when it comes to the crawlers. I value my crawlers more than my bashers, and I've got a lot in my bashers. So if that tells you anything, because the crawlers are much more unique. So, all right, are we taking a break, or is all the messages loading? They could be loading up and then bam, hit like 15 at once. But anyways, I'll take this as a break to get a sip of this. All right, William, thank you. Awesome. Thank you for that link, buddy. Ah, man. So I am currently building the little midnight pumpkin. Have you built a Tamaya? If you've never built a Tamaya, you really should. It's a different way of building. I'll show you guys. Do I 3D print? Yes, I have a printer. If you guys can see all that. It's just very different. It's like you're going back in time a little bit. Do you have a video on your Claude steering and how you set it up? I might have that. It'll be an older video now, maybe 3 or 4 years old. And it's just basically using the, I think it's Crawford Performance, the CPE servo mounts. That's all it is. They're just bolted to it. So nothing special on that, really. What do I have for 3D printer? What do you have for 3D printer? I have a Ender 3. I've got the silencer boards in it. I've got the magnetic bed on it. And that's pretty much it. I did have to change the hot end out on it because the other one started running a little bit too cool. Vidavon X-Max gear sets. Have you seen any updates? I have not, but I was talking to him about that today and came up with some really good ideas for that. So can't say anything, but look, really good ideas. Got to leave that one be there, but yeah, just a Tamaya way McD. You got that right. It's very unique. Very unique. Let's just, if you look at the back of this thing, watch how this moves. You have this suspension right here, and then it moves there as well. So the entire thing just moves. Really neat. Old design. But it should be fun though. Tiny, tiny fun. How hard is a 3D printer to use, and do you just load what I want? Like for mine, you got to get an STL file, and then you put it into a slicer, which I use Cura, and then you adjust it. You can adjust size and stuff like that. But then you slice it, and then it goes into a G-code file. Then you load that into the machine. You select it. You press go basically, and then hopefully you'll get your little test where it gets the filament down into it and all that. And then usually I've had really good luck out of my Ender 3. I guess I've had it for a couple of years now. I don't have any CAD skills, so I can't build anything, but if I get an STL file, I can usually print it. So if you don't buy a hex screw kit, make sure you get a JIS driver. They are slightly different than Phillips and will keep you really. I'm not even sure if I've ever seen one of this JS driver. JR Lawson SCX opinion. I think it's awesome. Totally different way of driving. The vehicle moves more scale. It's got such a more scale appearance to it when it drives and all that stuff. So I like it. I like it quite a bit. And every mod I put on it is just better. Hopefully I'll be able to get the 3BRC anti-foams for it soon. I'm probably going to be trying another 3BRC motor for it as well. And you got the Ender 3 Pro. Yeah, see, mine just $200. So I was wondering how you make it crab, etc. Yeah, that's in the radio. The Hack FlySky GT3C has the best four-wheel steer controls on the market. You can mix it, or you can set it up like, manual button, to go back and forth. I generally run all my four-wheel steer vehicles mixed. That's just easy for me to do. Plus, when you're driving one-handed, it makes it easier as well. I've only got one thumb over here, so I got to use it wisely. And usually it's steering the vehicle. Floating swing arm. Yeah, Bob, I guess that's a good way of putting that. Crab, yep. SL. I keep calling it SFL RC24, but South Florida RC24. Yeah, Tamiya, they oh, this thing came with, look at this. This is also Tamiya. You don't see this anymore. Look at the length of this thing. This is the antenna tube. This is for the old 27 megahertz or 75 megahertz. Yeah. But I can cut this down and use it for my 2.4 gigahertz, which the Maynard Pumpkin is going to get a GT5 on it. So it's definitely going to be upgraded. As far as a steering servo, it's just got a Traxxas 2075X. Simple and easy. Should be fine, right? Broken Militia. Thank you, buddy. Mick D with the SCX6, is it worth replacing servo or the bracket brace or aluminum axle more beneficial? At a minimum, when it comes to SCX6 to really get good steering, I did a video with a bracket down at the axle to stop that, but it needs towers, and Vidavant has the knuckles that go on the side or the C-hubs. They actually have a mount, so that fixes that problem with the flex down there. And then you're pretty much okay until you break the panhard bar. But if you order the Vidavant steering links, you get a panhard bar in it, and now you don't have all your flex and all that. So I like the SCX6. I really do. It's a whole different way of driving. It really is. Bob's RC from the Crystal days. You got it. Keegan, heading out? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, my connection is unstable. See you later. You get one ever in 5-axis CNC machine. Maybe I should. If you run a 5-axis CNC machine, this will be like child's play for you, Justin. I mean, like, really. I agree, Sean. Everybody at some point should build a Tamiya or Kyosho. It's just a different way of building. It really is. Travis Parker, I think you actually got me back into RC. Oh man, you bought a Capra. Nice, Travis. The Capra is awesome, man. You do a little bit of tuning on that thing, and it'll crawl like crazy. I've got your video. What's your opinion on all the trouble with Castle Copperhead ESCs? I don't have a Copperhead, Robert, so I don't know what to tell you on that. But I haven't seen many people complaining about it. What's everybody complaining about with the Copperhead? I mean, I don't think it's quite up to the task of powering a Rift when you really want to put the power down, but I could be wrong because I don't have that ESC. Cheers made its mods for the Clods this year. Oh man, I got the aluminum wheels on there off of eBay. I think they were like $200 or something like that. Actually pretty nice. Are titanium links worth the money for a basher? I don't use any of those. I just use the stock links. Sometimes I'll waste an end or something, but um, I I don't run them. Maybe the new ones on the back of the Creighton or the ones they got from Vidavon, they may have a titanium bar on that. I'm not sure. Ever taught of building a Wraith 1.9? Um, they're neat, but I just never thought about getting one. Uh, may I ask after owning the Traxxas UDR? Left lane. May I ask after owning the Traxxas UDR? Oh, there we go. Ha! Saw your other comment. Would you recommend it? The Traxxas UDR is an awesome vehicle. I love the travel of it. I like the handling of it. I like that the fact the rear end is spooled so you can power out and get some power slides and all that. The planetaries are the number one issue with that, in my opinion. If you don't have them lubed right, if you don't have them, set up right, they cause a lot of heat. And that rear drive shaft is turning really super fast. If the axles are about, I think the rear axle with the planetary is somewhere around 9-to-1, I believe. I believe I calculated that out a few years ago. So with a 9-to-1 ratio and a tire, a little bit bigger than that, and you're running 50 miles per hour, that drive shaft is slinging underneath there, super fast. So that's why it has its own sound. And a UDR sounds all on its own because of all the speeds on the drive shaft. But I like the UDR. Wheel upgrade for low C laser nut. Something lightweight and preferably aluminum so you don't round out the hex. They got real thin hexes. There's Jay Burris. Bomber, okay. Sammy Bow. I have an axle rift with Vidavon axles, a sway bar. I got the two back links that are available on metal, dry shaft, and some other parts for what do you think I could resell it for? Sammy, if everything is in really, really good shape, not beat up, no rust, at that point, the modifications help the value. Usually, when I go to sell my vehicles, I price them at about 60% of what the new RTR price is. To get as much possible, you'd have to find somebody that knows what all those parts cost. And most people, I'm finding they don't really know what everything costs brand new. So, like, if you were to try to get 500 for that, they'd probably think, man, what the heck? I get a brand new one for 500. Well, I don't want to buy your used one. So usually I price myself at about 60% what the RTR is. Now, granted, if I have a really nice ESC in it, I might change that out for something a little lesser, something a little cheaper. But that's about where I'm at when I price stuff. Now, when somebody wants to buy something that I don't want to sell, it could be 300% new price because I don't want to sell it. Now, when the time comes that I really want to get rid of it, it might be 25% of a RTR price. So, and that's with mods. So sometimes mods really help the value. A lot of times it just doesn't help all that much unless they're your buddies and they know what's in the vehicle. So anyway, I don't know if I helped you out on that or not, but I gave my parts of that. A live build and how to stream would be cool. Maybe. I have toyed with trying to get one of the different host things and all that where I can have multiple cameras, sign on to it and, maybe have one coming down on the table like this where I can mess around with something down here. I just haven't really got onto that yet. I got to do the true track conversion for your 2.0. Joe, you got to do the true track conversion for your 2.0. Which 2.0? I've got the SBR 2.0. I've got well, I'm not sure what else I've got this 2.0. Do they have a 2.0 UDR? All right, let me see here. Wheel upgrade. Okay, yeah. All right, so here we are right here. I'm down here on Marketplace. That's 100%. Okay, everything just jumped and moved around on me over here, so I want to miss some of them. Oh, that's 100% more on beat up used stock junk. Yeah, South Florida. Yeah. I've found that very rarely do I find value in a used vehicle. Very rarely. I personally like to buy it brand new and do the mods that I want as I need. Okay. I'm looking at the time. Okay, we're an hour and 50 minutes. Okay. Planning to go till 9 o'clock, so about 10 minutes or so. Justin, gonna buy a used vehicle, had to come from me. Are you sure about that? You see how I drive, right? My rift has been about 25 feet in the air many times. The Losi, same thing. TBXLE has flown like that. Do you really want to buy something used from me? All right. Travis Parker, thoughts on the Protex 370? I hear good things. I just haven't had one yet. One day I'll go on A-Main and just go ahead and click and buy the thing. One day, because I hear great things for it. Any rumors on a new UDR? No. About the only thing that I'd be excited for would be a X-Max version 3 with all the new stuff already on it. But since I've already got 2 X-Maxes, I wouldn't need a third one. Jay Burris, well, you're right. Vidavon hasn't earned the resale value. Vanquish has been around for a long time, and they have a great reputation. The big difference is that Vanquish, from what I can tell, is pretty much all crawler, as where Vidavon, he covers everything just about. So you got more options, different vehicles with Vidavon, but Vanquish is still at the very top. If not, they are the top. So yeah, Vanquish has a hell of a name for themselves, and they've built that name. So yeah, you're right about that. Thoughts on dropping the Stealth Trans with 25% underdrive for a Vanquish 3-gear with dig? Well, you get the dig. A little bit longer of a transmission, the 25% underdrive and all that. The Stealth is a very good transmission, by the way. I do like it. But dig is well, dig gives you a lot of benefits. I really like having the dig feature in my trucks. It's the RPM True Track for the first version. It takes modification right up your alley. I'm still kind of in the dark on that, John. True Track for the first version. Rapid fire answers. Yeah, buddy, I'm trying to get them. Some used RC prices kill me. RC Daily. Yeah. Some of these guys, they want way too much for it. And when it comes to scale vehicles, so many guys like to go drop them right in the water, right in the mud. And I realize there are guys out there that tear them down, clean them out, make them really nice, keep everything right. From what I've seen, the majority don't do that. And you end up getting a nasty, rusted up, mudded up, dirted up axle on the inside. Look nice and clean on the outside, but it's destroyed on the inside. Same with the transmission. I've only got one vehicle that I put in the mud, and that's the Mega Bouncer. That center transmission is just a techno center diff. Super easy to clean out, but I still got to pull the diffs apart you know, and get in there at least with some WD-40 and all that. But that's what that vehicle is for. If you guys see any of my other vehicles sunk in water, driving on water is a little bit different. But if you see any of them sunk in water, I messed up. RC, right? Hey, buddy. Oh, Chris Hubbard, all my cars get sent. Yeah. Yeah. I'll buy your Rift at 60%. My Rift is I like that thing. I got to keep that one. I don't even know how much I've got in that thing. It's right there. Victor Montgomery, when you buy used, you are getting someone else's problems they no longer wanted to deal with. Good point. Good point, buddy. 60% is Rift likes 3K. Oh man, I think it's right at 3. I think so. I know when I added up my DBXLE at 4, it was whew. See, that's why you guys see me do these mods, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. It's not that I'm stretching out for more content. It's because, well, you know, we all have a budget. Stuff in it. So 400. Just like buying a used car. My bills don't go near the water, not even wet grass. Yeah, Pastor. Sometimes mine will hit the wet dirt, you know, and I gotta clean it off. And on most of them, when I get this dirt that I've got back here, I actually do have to use the hose on them. I don't like to do it. It usually costs me bearings and stuff like that. But sometimes that's about the only way to get it out, because if you try to air hose it with all that stuff on there, you can actually push that dirt and grime into the gearboxes right past the bearings. I mean, and it don't matter what gearboxes you've got. Those rubber seal bearings, it's like it just goes right through them like it's not even there, and just packs into your bearings, and just lots of bearings. Oh, the Revo 2.0. That's what you're talking about, Sean. Yeah, I did notice on the Revo I got back, the rear alignment was a little bit odd. Yeah. So okay, so yeah, hub and arm. Um, let me go ahead and add that to my notes here. True track for eRevo. Yeah, because I'm gonna hit the track with it this weekend if I can, and bash around a little bit, and then if I can get those ordered, I'll see what I can do about that. I mean, show the install and all that, of course, you know. Let me see. They are true track. Yep, yep. Seriously considering a Corley Skeeter. Didn't you have a raminator? No, sir. I've never had a raminator. I'd like one. And I've been noticing on some of the videos with the raminator, when it lands, the rear suspension absorbs, but the front doesn't absorb at all. It just immediately bounces right up, like the shocks lock up when you're under fast oscillation. Um, let's see here. Take the Rift axles, for example. Parts. Yeah, I do like those. Did you see Earl Moorhead Techno? He said it was around 12 to 1500 in it. Oh yeah. Yeah. I absolutely can believe that. Absolutely. Travis Parker, keep leaning towards the Mamba X with a 2280 slate motor. It's a great smooth combo right there. Tons of power. Plenty more than what you could really put to the ground in most crawlers. 3700 Helios. Great combo, Travis. That sounds like it should run really good. RC, are the rifts fun? Yes, they really are. If you get a rift, the two things that I highly recommend you get for that will be the rear lower arms and a rear sway bar. Other than that, everything else just modify as you break it. They got the axle housings, the plastic, the mixing all taken care of. I think on like the third batch that they done when they first released them, there was a issue. It didn't have enough fiber in it, so they were breaking super easy. But yeah, they got the axle housing pretty darn tough now. So rear lower arms and a sway bar if you get the RTR. Now the kit comes with a rear sway bar. Just get some lower arms for the back of that thing, and go have fun. Let me see here. My friends like to give me crap about not throwing mine in the creeks. Yeah, the heck with that. I've been Justin. I've been with other guys out in the woods, and they go in the water and stuff. If there's no way around the water, usually I'm in flip flops. This is Florida. I'll carry mine across. Simple as that. You know, I mean, yeah, I got no need to jump in that. Not that it's not fun. I mean, I like to sling mud too, but yeah, it's not worth it. At least not for me. Now your TRX4 Sport that you put in the water, do you have any issues? This is our RC Daily. Do you have any issues with corrosion and gumming up in the transmission? That's kind of a lot of work to get that transmission in and out of that thing and do all that, clean it out. I think I saw it pop up, Justin, about the electric conversion raminator. I think I saw it pop up, but I haven't watched it. But yeah, they got a water cooled electric system in it. I forget the motor, but it's a really. I think my buddy Troy was looking at one. It's about $2,300 or something for the electronics, ESC motor, water cool, all that stuff. I think he mentioned that to me. Someone wanted to send me parts to test. Depends on what the parts are. You see the address, the email address up above that's pinned, Jerry Lucas. Send me an email on that, and we might can work something out. I mean, I got to have something to show it on, stuff like that. Yep. Hobby can get very expensive. Well, let's see. Can't put a price on your happiness. Yes. Yeah. Money does buy happiness. I agree, Matt. Yes, it does. If I was to hit one of them big lotteries, I might go down to like a video a week, and I might just have to change I'll take the RC thing off and just call it Exocaged Reviews, because my yacht might need a review, and when you're floating around the Caribbean and you got a big boat, as I understand it, melons show up. Leave it like that. Agreed, Bob. Wow, we are into overtime. We just rolled right into it. I'm not gonna make myself expert. You should watch it. The video is awesome. Denver, Evan Balcamp. I missed out on tiers for $250 with discs and two. Oh man, I'm just wondering. When you see a TRX4 with all those features for $250, you got to wonder: are they trying to pay a bill, or is it barely worth $250? You never know, man. Buy the Fast 80 8 by 15 by 5 bearings for the outer, and you enlarge with Dremel, sandpaper inside of your hub to accommodate the OEM bearings. MG. Okay. Hopefully they have that information on their website or something when I go to order those, because I do want to do that for the back of the Revo. It needs it bad. Melon reviews coming soon. I'm going to show up next Tuesday with a couple cantaloupes right here, just for you guys, and I'll put a sticker on them or something. JD. Oh, Vidavon don't make parts for that. Pillow. Okay, so they probably hold better. They don't rip out for the Revo. US new VP. Man, I tell you what, I wish the Phoenix would come out, because there is some like scalpers out there with them things, man. I mean, they really need to get them. I'm glad I got on the pre-order list. Man, I'm glad I got on that list because they're still not out. I want to watch melee reviews. Oh, I had to set my channel for 18 plus on that. I'll go help run the yacht. We can test a lot of RC boats. Oh man, I would have boats and drones and all kinds of stuff. Yes, drones with HD cameras. Raffle them off. I'm assuming you're talking about RCs or some of that. Yeah, I've done a few raffles, and in some cases, you can actually get your money back with your mods if you raffle it off. So yeah, that's as far as like used vehicles. You can just about get 100%, if not a little bit more, depending on the raffle. So that is a way to go. But you'll have the guy that puts $200 in raffle numbers or whatever, and the guy that comes up with a $5 bill and bam, one ticket, boom, gets it. That's the way it goes, isn't it? MGT Team Associated. MGT Team Associated. Pillow balls. You know, I've done videos in the past where I ask for questions and I do my stand-up routine over there. Talking about, whatever questions and all. This is way better. This is way better. I mean, like right here, I mean, heck, it takes me probably, depending on how I do like those videos, what I try to do is I print all the things out and I try to write in notes as to what I need to talk about to answer this question. But most of the time, that's a one-shot deal up there. I very rarely will I cut back and forth, from one question to the next. Yeah, RC Daily, I know the feeling, buddy. Justin. Oh man, yeah, 4K. It's not AC, but 25x plus zoom. Bob, is that digital or optical? Might even need thermal or night vision. Oh man, we need to get back on RCs here. This is we're into overtime and yeah, we're kind of stretching things out, huh? Oh man, we're all dudes, right? Ah man. All right, if we are starting to slow down a little bit here, drones are RCs. Yes, they are. I've got one. I need to put that thing up and let that camera drop down to get a picture of the Exoplex. What I need to do, I just haven't done it yet. I got it charged up and ready. I just got to remember how to do it. I forget the name of it, but you got the sticks. You got to move them and say 12 cuss words and pray and kick it a few times, and it'll finally get the GPS signal. If it doesn't get the GPS signal, we'll do what they call the wash, I think it is, where it just kind of circles, But if you get the GPS signal, you'll hold pretty good. But all right, Evil Clown. Hey, buddy from Portugal. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. All right. So, see, it is 2:08 or 9:08 right now. We're going to go ahead and let this run for to about 9:15. So we're going to start counting this thing down, guys. About 10 minutes to go. Be all right there. Here's the bearings you need to get rubber axle 8x15. Let me go ahead and add that in here too. 8x15, because I know I've got 8x16 by 5s. I may have some 8x15 by 5 somewhere. I've got a big stock of bearings. I get a new vehicle and start having issues or anything with bearings, I generally buy like a 10-pack of whatever size I don't have. So I try to stock them a lot. Yeah, you actually gave the part number for them things too. I see that now. MR158. This is awesome. 2RS. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Is it like Sean or Chon? Kind of leaning towards Chon. You should lift a truck to crawl location by drone or heli. Man, I have to figure out how to even put a video like that together. And I guess I could use the footage from the drone, which the one I've got, it isn't big enough. I mean, it will probably carry like a SCX-24. Probably do something like that. So, okay, that's a fast Eddie. We're already going that cruise now, aren't we? I hear them beaches are nice. I might do a RC track. I might do a RC track for my X Max. Yeah, X Max is big. Give yourself plenty of room in the turns. Nice big straightaways, jumps. If you really want to stand back and run it, make your jumps about 8 feet wide, 10 if you got the equipment and the space. Give yourself some room to play with that because X Maxes, they like to run and they're fun when you get to fly them things. So, yep. Yep. RC Daily. I've got several bearing sets that I get, like I think the Ecto, SEX, TRX, and you get a lot of oddball sizes in there, and you just put them up because you never know when a bell crank is going to need a bearing. 8 by 12 by 3.5 or something like that, you know? Back order, even a back order to come in. A whole other ball game. Yeah, I've done a few drone videos and I'm not good at them. I'm just not. Um, all season shredders. Well, then you'll be pleased to know that I got to buy another SCX-24. Somewhere I have the chassis. I think it's a Scythe chassis. I think is the one I got from Furatech. It's somewhere around here. It's on the table. It's so small. It's hiding underneath the parts for the Midnight Pumpkin over here. 10 feet it will be, sir. All right. 10 feet. Yep, that'll give you plenty of room. Yep. Try to set up, if you can, when you set your jump up, go ahead and hit that a few times and see about where you're landing at, and then try to build yourself a little down ramp. But give yourself room in case you don't have enough throttle to get it, you know? So because you don't want to plow the wall of the backside of the ramp. But yeah, just kind of give yourself a room to have a nice smooth landing. When you jump these things and you come down a landing ramp, it's so smooth, so much better for the vehicle. It's just a lot of fun. And when you stick that landing perfectly, it's like skateboarding. When you come back down that ramp just right on the money, it's just awesome. You overshoot it, hurts. Cameron Blyso, just obliterated the inner bearing on the rear axle of my Rift. Before. I believe, I think no, heck, I think they use the same bearing on that as well, the Vidavon one. But the 10 by 15 by 4, you could try like a ceramic. Maybe that would hold up a little bit better. But I've messed up a few of them in mine as well. Right, drones. Too cheap to upgrade. I have a TRX4 Ecto Axial 10.1. Wow, you got the old axle housings on that. 10.2 kits. Significant bearing from my Rift. Yeah, and also speaking of bearings, motor bearings, I do have some of those as well for different motors. When I start messing with mesh on the motor and I feel like the motor pinion got some slop in it, man, you know, if you got a bearing or if you can wait on running that till you get the right bearing, take it apart, measure it, order them, and you can save yourself a $150 motor with a dollar bearing. You know, the bearings go out, the races bust, the balls get out, they get into the rotor, they get running around in there, and you can waste a really expensive motor all over $1.50 bearing, at the most. So bearings are very important, very important. I'm making an SCX-24 a belly dragger with Mofo 333 chassis. Nice. I still don't have the little creep body by J Concepts for the SCX-24. You'd think I'd have that right now, right? Not to get a hold of Rich, and see if he can bring one to the USTE. I'll buy it from him there. Yeah, I'm gonna get a metal detector. So beach fun, heck, Joe. Vacation down to Florida has helped my back situation and bring the drone and Max and metal detector. If you were to run a metal detector back in my backyard, you may actually find real truck parts. Right? I used to host real events back there. When we were cleaning that out, man, I found drive shaft parts, link parts. I think I found a broken muffler, that came off like an old cherry bomb. So yeah. But I guarantee there's at least 100 body clips out there. One thing I need to invest in is motor bearings. Yeah, usually they're 5x14 or 5x16 at the pinion side. The bigger motors, like the 2028s, I believe they are like an 8x21 by 5 or something like that. They used to be the older 2028 castles were using skateboard bearings. Basically, if you have a skateboard, those are the bearings that fit it. But they changed bearing size. I think the outer diameter is a little bit smaller on the newer ones. Yeah. All right. So are we about to wrap up? Because I'd like to go ahead and finish this up so I could go into the living room and get a video set up for tomorrow. I got some final touches on the SCX6 video for tomorrow, which I'm testing out the portal gears and all that. Turn test with the portal gears and all that. Oh man, there's no telling what you'll find back here at the Exoplex. I mean, really. We broke axle shafts. We busted forward 9 inches. Like the whole front just busted out of that thing. Ring and pinions and all that stuff. Exo, are you on Facebook? Yeah, we actually have an Exocaged RC group. So yeah, if you look up Exocaged, you should find me. Yeah, it's on there. So yep, I think Evil Clown is right. I think we need to let this go. We're gonna DBXLE. Is there room for it? Yeah, there's still some more Vidavon stuff I haven't got for it. The video that I need to get put up is kind of a short video where I break it. All right, guys. Yeah, that was for the Max, right, Justin? That was for the Max. I can go ahead and test those batteries. What I've got to test here on this right here. I've got these batteries right here. Maybe when I get my website going, I might be a dealer for these guys. CNHL, perhaps the 8000s. These things are phenomenal, guys. I've got the 5600s right here and the 6600s. What's crazy about these is that the 8000, 56, and 66, they are virtually, get this, the exact same size. So I was kind of hoping that the 56 and 66 would be a little bit shorter to fit few more things. I mean, the 8000s do fit the X-Max, but it's real tight. But yeah, they're about the same size. And these all come, I'm not sure why, but they come with Dean's plugs. They need something bigger, so I solder on XT90s for them. And that generally gets the job done. So anyway, hopefully I'll be able to be a dealer for CNHL when I get the website going. All right, so we are later, buddy. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and let this go, but Torpedo Law, I'm just simply going to go with X Max on that because it's just such a fun truck. And let me see if I can test fit these. Well, heck, hang on for a second. I got to test fit these in a Max. Let's see if I can go and get it right here real quick. Let's see here. Get the Max down. We're just going to get all this in the event. I got to do it anyway, right? All right. So if you guys are aware, the Max right there. So we'll see if I can get this right here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and test with the 8,000. A bit much. Doesn't really want to fit that way. Fits in that way, but then the battery is too tall. You got the 8,000 in there, but I do have an expansion set for this thing that has a taller battery latch on it. So if you were to get the taller battery latch, I believe this would go right in. But as it sits right now, the 8,000 does not want to close on this. But anyway, yeah, and all these others are the same. So I guess I've got the V2 chassis and all for this, but I can't find a body for it. Gotta get a body for it. But anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up right now. Hopefully that helps you out, Justin, on that. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up, get on out of here, go grab myself another drink, and get video set up. And time to maybe I'll get to work on this Midnight Pumpkin a little bit more. Anyway, guys, absolutely awesome night. Thank you guys for coming out, sitting back, watching your phones or your computers. All right, guys, I am getting out of here. Catch you guys later. Just send me that part number on the extension. All right, I'll see if I can. You message me, Justin, so you can remind me about Messenger on that. These straps for the battery. All right, guys. Thank you, guys.